Salute, what's poppin', gang? Welcome to Gen X Media. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Gilbert Arenas and a couple of his homeboys was having a conversation on this podcast about who's the Jay-Z or the Tupac of the NBA. And for some reason, this conversation turned out to be disrespectful towards Nas and even DMX. I don't even understand how we got there, but this is why a lot of people ain't qualified to be talking about hip-hop, you feel me? But let's roll the footage. We be right back to tie it all up.
When he was 23. Did you face him when he went to Miami and became King James? No.
Yeah.
So your version of LeBron James ain't the LeBron James everybody else had to face.
Jay-Z wasn't better than DMX, man. For all the years. Nigga. You mean Jay-Z ain't better than Nas?
We gotta stop the cap. We gotta stop the cap now. We gotta stop. Come on. We live. Hey, we live. Hey, we live.
Ether.
Huh?
We're Ether. Ether.
Relax.
We can't.
Relax.
Listen,
Ether.
We live, man.
Ether.
Relax.
Wait,
man.
Ether. That's all you know?
That's it.
Last nigga alive.
When did Ether come out? When did Ether come out?
God's son. Which one you want me to go? You want me to keep going?
Ether came out in what, early 2000s?
2001.
Street
So it's been 23 years.
Were made of these.
It's been 23 years.
And he ain't dropped the verse since like that. Since then. That nigga Nas ain't dropped the verse. Ain't like that since. Nigga, watch out.
Excuse me?
Nigga, Nas. Man, watch out.
What?
You better stop.
That's what you stuck on? You stuck on one battle?
That's the one that it's called ether. Do you know what ether mean? When you get ethered? It means you're not coming back.
If it's one nigga
You don't come back from being ethered.
And it seemed like the one who didn't come back was the one who threw up. Burning himself.
I don't have to do nothing after this.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Ether.
Yes, you do. You gotta keep going. The game keeps evolving. If it's one artist that probably got at Jay, if it's one artist that got at Jay in a record, it's probably Eminem.
You love my style, nigga.
Renegade.
But listen,
Eminem was going crazy.
But this is what we don't take in factor, just with life. To make you great, you have to have longevity. You can't be great for 1 or 2 years.
Tupac has 3 billion streams.
That's called
right now. 3 billion. No one's close to him. The closest artist to 3 billion is 550 million.
No, Michael Jackson got more than him.
Million out of the rappers. Out of the rappers.
No, Drake is more.
3 billion.
Did he have it when he died?
All right. Let's break a few things down and make a few corrections. Because clearly Gilbert Arenas and the other guy don't know anything about Nasir Jones or that time frame within hip-hop culture, or even what has been going on in the past couple years. Let me start off by saying this. If this conversation was just based on preference, right? And they was just talking about preference on who they believe is better and who is this and who is that, I wouldn't even be or felt the need to even do this video, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But when you start saying shit like Nas just did Ether and never did nothing else or hasn't been relevant since Ether, you clearly don't have any idea what's going on. Homie with the big hat on made a few good points. It was a time, and I've been saying this for a long time, where DMX was outselling Jay-Z. So was Ja Rule. That's no secret. I don't know why people act like this is something new. Like nobody remembers that DMX released 2 albums in the same year that both went multi-platinum. To be honest, Jay-Z didn't hit the mainstream until Hard Knock Life. And that's when he gets his first multi-platinum album for real. People forget that a lot of people was about to get Hov out of here with that Sunshine shit, where him and Dame was doing their best Biggie and Diddy impersonation in the video. Go back and look, and then they had to do Streets is Watching to try to get some of that street cred back. This is history that I'm giving y'all right now. This is what actually happened back then. But anyway, that's neither here nor there because it's not relevant. I don't feel like you need to pull one down to lift another up. We're just talking about stats here. Let's get the ESCO, right? Nas ain't done a verse like that since then. No, he hasn't. He has done better. Way better. Because Ether wasn't his best work, and he won that battle without even giving his best work. That's not what he does. But he rose to that occasion. Right? But let's look at the stats, because y'all basketball guys, y'all like stats, right? Nas has 17 studio albums, 6 #1 albums, 10 platinum, multi-platinum, or gold albums. That's not even counting the collaboration, him and Bob Marley shit, all that. That's not counting any of that. That's just his stats. And if you pull up Hov stats, their stats ain't too far apart. It's just not. Hov got a little bit more #1, so on and so on. But their stats, when it comes to what they sold, it's not too far apart. It's more like 1A and 1B. But if your preference is Hov, that's cool. But what we not going to do is rewrite history. Because it's a group of people that listen to that video that don't know the history about Nas, DMX, Jay-Z, Tupac, many of the names that came up in that conversation, and take what was said as face value. This is why, if you're going to have conversations like this, you should do your research. You shouldn't just have conversations like this off the whim. Everybody is not qualified to have conversations like this about hip hop. Just like they say, everybody is not qualified to talk about sports. Same rule apply. And even if we're talking about, because people like to bring up the business thing, right? They not too far apart when it comes to the business thing. It's just because you know that Jay-Z puts his name on the list so we all can know his business acumen. He wants that to happen. Nas is a little bit more reserved. So it took him going through a divorce with Khalees and her hiring a forensic financial attorney to bring up his finances for us to even know a lot of the businesses that he was involved in. A lot of y'all using his products right now. Uber, the little Ring shit, the Samsung TV channel, so on and so on. All he was a part of those startups up in Silicon Valley. But because it's not announced to the world, when he's not on the Forbes list, yeah, Forbes don't go out and seek out this information. People, publicists, submit the information to them. So it's a lot of people that's millionaires or damn near billionaires whose names are not on the Forbes list because they don't want you niggas to know. But back to the hip hop to end this off, because this is running kind of long. I am not saying anybody is wrong for their opinion. Nas might not be the type of rapper that you like, right? Might not be. But what we're not going to do is try to take away his accomplishments just because that might not be your preference. But in these circumstances, under these circumstances, I don't even think that that's what these guys was attempting to do. I think that it was just a lack of education. Because it's clearly the only thing that Gilbert Arenas and the other little nigga knew was Ether. Which is wild. They didn't know Illmatic. They didn't know him and Lauren shit together. Like, they didn't even know the recent shit that just happened with him and Hit Boy. The fact that he won a Grammy. They ain't know none of that. Because they obviously ain't in tune with the culture like they believe they are. They only are in tune with what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's the case, then you shouldn't speak on what you don't know. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comments. I'll catch y'all next time. Be easy, alright?